والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم نوة الأربعين نوة الاعتكاف نوة الخلوة نوة الأسرة نوة الرياضة نوة السلوك لله تعالى العظيم في هذه الزاوية. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Inshallah, today we will touch a very important topic, and I request everyone to pay attention, as lot of misunderstandings and misconceptions and lot of things which we see and which we hear around us will be cleared, inshallah. Today we see that whenever someone he is suffering or she is suffering, if anyone is facing any problems, immediately they start thinking that someone has done black magic. The first thing that comes to the mind of people is someone has done something to me. Before that, we do not think, what is my amal? How am I behaving? Am I obedient servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or am I trying to be good? Am I trying to be pious? Am I trying to worship? No, we don't think of all these things, and immediately what comes to our mind is someone has done something. And a lot of people, they come to us and they say, please check what is wrong, please check, maybe someone has done to me. They start doubting people. I have a doubt on so and so person, he has done something to me. Immediately we start pointing fingers on people. Astaghfirullah. May Allah save us from this. We need to understand what is this magic, what is sihr, why and how it affects us, or how it can affect people, and what is the cure, what is the protection. If we know these things, if we know what it is, it will be easy for us to save ourselves from such things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the translation of this ayat in Quran, He says, then they used to learn from them that, which is black magic, with which they could leave separation between a man and his wife, but they were not to bring harm through it to anyone without the will of Allah. This ayat itself is clearing everything, that without the will of Allah, these things cannot affect us. Imagine, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is giving you rizq, He is giving you children. Can someone stop this? Anyone has power to stop what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving? Anyone has power? Can we, whoever is thinking is of the weakest iman, that if Allah is giving and some makhluk is stopping. It's not possible. It's not possible. But we cannot deny the fact that there is sihr. But what is it? And how does it affect? We need to understand this. And whom does it affect? And whom should we go to? And where should we be to save ourselves from such things? I have jotted down some points which I will share with all of you. And before that, I will share something which is very important. Before pointing fingers to other people, before claiming something against someone which is a sin, we have to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have to have His adab in our heart before claiming something against anyone. How can I claim something against someone if it is not proved? There was a wali. He had dug a grave in his house. He had dug a grave in his house, and whenever he would feel lazy, he would go and sleep in the grave. He would sleep in the grave, lie down in the grave, and he would tell his nafs, I am dead. Do you want a last chance to go back and worship again? No. Allahu Akbar. This is how awliya Allah, they are training themselves. Imagine, if you have a strong heart, go and sleep next to a grave in the night. dark night. And just imagine, if one insect comes on your body, what will we do? Can we stand that? No. Close your eyes at that moment. Try it if you have a strong heart. If you don't have a strong heart, don't do it. Tomorrow you will claim that I killed you. Now, moving on with this topic, like people, they are relating everything to magic, and people have sent jinns and a lot of such claims which we hear nowadays. Why does this affect people? And did Allah, He made everything and He handed it over to the magicians? No. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is controlling each and every particle, and more than the particle. We don't know. He's controlling each and everything. He has created everything. He's controlling everything. And everything is in balance. Everything is in balance. Everything is floating in its own orbit. Subhanallah.
Subhanallah.
If imagine one planet moves out from its orbit, it will go and it will smash into another planet, and there will be, we don't know what will happen, but everything is flowing in its own orbit. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's from, you look at the cells, you look at the atoms and molecules, from that level to the universes, He's controlling everything. And did He create all these things and give it to the magicians to control? No, He did not. Then how come these magic and these things, they're affecting people? If we just go back in time to Musa alayhi salam's, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam's time, they were big magicians. And they all were to compete with Musa alayhi salam. And when they put down their asas, when they put down their ropes and sticks, they turned into snakes. And Musa alayhi salam, he was ordered to put down his asa, which swallowed all these magical things. Now, how does this appear? What is magic? We need to understand that there are angels who are actually controlling. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them like the management. When I'm speaking, when I'm thinking, there's an angel who is responsible to give me that nur of aql to understand. And then there is an angel to pass that message. And there's an angel to make my vocal sacs to make sound. And there is an angel to make you hear. There is an angel to maintain balance within ourselves. Why do we have a headache? Why do we fall sick? Because the angel in that region is ordered to stop working. When he's ordered to stop working, that region is affected. Without the will of Allah, it's not possible. Similarly, when these people, they do these kind of dirty deeds, what do they do? During the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there were people who used to develop their skill of having bad eye. Some people have bad vibrations in their sight, which affects people. And in those days, they used to develop them. They used to develop them in such a way that they can harm people. So a lot of people, they have these qualities, and they used to work on themselves to develop these qualities, bad qualities, and use it against people. And for doing that, they have to remain dirty, they have to remain filthy, and they have to become obedient to shaitan. They have to become obedient to shaitan. And when they become obedient to shaitan, then they think that they have taken a certain dirty jinn or a shaitan in their control. But that is not the thing. The shaitan has taken them under control. It is the shaitan who has taken them under control, and he will use them to harm people. This is what happens with the magicians. They surrender themselves to shaitan. They surrender themselves, they obey him, and they stay dirty, and they want to attract him. And they pull him towards them. And it's actually the other way around. Shaitan is actually pulling them, and then he will use them. So this person gets ready. And then when he tries to attack someone, when he's attacking someone, to have the effect on that person, for example, he wants to make me have body pain, for example. So the angels who are controlling that region which maintains the balance of the blood flow or whatever to keep me out of pain, those angels will stop working. Only if Allah wants them to. Only if Allah wants them to stop, they will stop, and I will be affected. Why will Allah stop them? There could be a few reasons. One could be because I'm a bad person. I'm a sinner and He wants to punish me. Then their magic will have an effect on me. Without the will of Allah, it cannot. Another reason may be He wants to elevate the station of that person. So He will give him some pain, and then He will see how patiently the person is behaving, and then He will lift him up. Many reasons. But one of the general reason is our weakness. The reason is we are ghafil, we are heedless, we are the weak ones, and we are not properly obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we do that, we are easily affected to such things, to such sihr. And then what happens is one magician, he is doing something on one person, and when that person gets affected, he is going to another magician. From shaitan to shaitan to shaitan for the cure. We see this. A lot of people, they go and they are not praying, they are not making zikr, they are not reading Quran, but they want cure. So who do they go to? If they go to a wali, awliya Allah, they will ask them to practice, they will ask them to worship, they will give them zikr to read. But if they go to such people, bad people, they will take the money and they will give some nonsense and they will say go. From one shaitan, affecting to another one, and then he goes to a third one. During the time of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may Allah make us good ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. During his time, yes, someone had practiced such things on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is well known. And he had taken some hairs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and put them around a comb and put them in a well and things like that. But this was for a reason. This was for a reason. When this was done, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on him was revealed the last two surahs of the Quran. And he ordered his servants to bring that comb, and then as he kept reciting, those knots kept opening. So the treatment is also there in Quran. Number one, yes, we need to be from the Ahl al-Zikr. We need to be from the people who are remembering Allah. When we are remembering Allah, all these angels will be busy with zikr. They will enjoy such things. But the ghafil people, when they are not in zikr, when they are not in worshipping, they get affected. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on him was revealed these two ayats. We should recite these and blow on ourselves every day. And it is very strange when people who are Ahl Zikr, who are people of the Zawiyah, people who are practicing, who are worshipping, and then when they have some problem, they come and they say, can you check if someone has done black magic on me? It's not possible. Unless the weakness is in us. It will not affect the people of zikr. It will not affect the people who are staying close to awliya Allah. It will not affect the people who are regularly attending these gatherings. If we remember what Sheikh Bahauddin he was mentioning from Grand Sheikh's sayings, that only 3 reasons to miss the zikr. Number 1, if we are traveling. Number 2, if we are sick. Number 3, if we are dead. No fourth reason. So people who are not traveling, not sick and not dead should not be affected with these black things or black amals of bad people. Once there was, and now we will, the ruqya or the blessings or the blowing on the self or on other people, this is proven from the Sahabas. Once some Sahabis, they were traveling and there was some Bedouins who called them and they said that, any one of you, do you know ruqya? Can you blow on someone? Because a snake or a scorpion had bitten that person. So these Sahabis, they went, one of them, he recited something and he blew on the person and he was cured. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked them, what did you read? He said, I recited Surah Fatiha. And he blew on them and the person was cured. And they even took some hadiyah in exchange of this service. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we make it very short, he also took a share of it. SubhanAllah. The person was cured. So blowing like this cannot be denied. It cannot be said that this is not Islam, this is not jaiz within our religion. So, in general, keeping it very short, what I have tried to explain is how the magic affects the person. And then going back to Musa alayhi salam's time, or even in our time, when we see some people, they show some magic. Some people, they even pretend to be Sufis and they are actually practicing something wrong. And they show something which appears to be something else. How does this happen? This happens again with the will of Allah, is when the person, for example, he wants to show a stick as a snake. When he puts the stick down and he reads whatever his kufriya, whatever he wants to read, and then he blows, so the ability of seeing things right gets affected. Those angels, they stop doing their job for that particular time, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants them to see like this. It's like if we give an example, we have seen mad people, they go and they talk to the tree, they talk to walls, because their sense of understanding that this is a wall is finished or is blocked, but they feel this is a man, so they speak to him. Similarly, when this person blows something, those powers get affected. And then the person, he starts talking, or he starts seeing the stick as a snake. But the people of zikr, the people of Ahl Zikr, they will not get affected. So if we are in the right circle, if we are with the right people, we will be saved. We do not need to worry about these things. We do not need to be afraid. And there is nothing big or bigger than the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some people, they come and they say we have very heavy magic and this magic and that magic and that magic. Can we be cured? Of course you can be cured. Of course you can be cured. Is there anything more mightier than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given? Or His powers? No. For example, when we put a taweez in our homes, what happens? When we wear a taweez around our neck, what happens? Each and every ayat, or each and every name, or each and every alphabet is attracting rahmat from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why we put them up on our walls, so that the blessing, will the blessings come on these names or the cursing will come? Of course the blessings will come on these names. So wherever these names are present, in that place there will be blessings. The names of Ashab al-Kahf, why do we put them? Because those people, those awliya, they were protected and they were blessed, and rahmat was coming on them for more than 300 years. So if you have their names in your home, the rahmat will come over there, because Allah will look at those names with mercy. So what happens is, for curing, when a sheikh, he's giving some kind of taweez for them to wear, those affected areas, those angels, they start becoming active again. Because the rahmat is coming in a particular way. That's why you see different type of naqsh. So the rahmat, it comes in a particular manner, and then things start getting into a system. Okay, remember, if we have any problems, first we look at the mirror. What is it that I have done wrong? What is it that I have done wrong? A lot of people, they come to me and they say, they request for dua, they say we don't have jobs, we don't have rizq. And first question is, what I try to ask is, are you praying? Some of them 50-50, some of them yes, some of them no. Most of them missing Fajr. Most of such cases, missing Fajr. Sleeping between Asr and Maghrib. Sleeping between Maghrib and Isha. So the problem is with us. Let us solve the problem within us. Let's not make claims. He made black, he made blue, he made purple, he made brown. What is this? Some people, they have a different mentality. They will come and ask, I don't know why I have so many troubles. I don't know what I have done to deserve this. Oh, mashallah, as if we are pure as we were born. We didn't do any sin. Instead, we have to make astaghfar. Seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And be with the Ahl Zikr, be with the people of Zikr, be with, like it is said in Surah Fatiha, be with the ones on whom Allah is bestowing His bounties. May Allah make it easy for all of us. May He save us from such people. And if you can share this sohbat with people who have confusion in their mind, I think I have covered the topic with a few important points which we need to share with people. So we save them from going to the wrong people. Save them from, it is very important, it's our duty to save them from falling in a black hole from which it's very difficult for them to come back. When they go down there, when they go to such people, they are going into the arms of shaitan. When they're going to the wrong people, they are going in the arms of shaitan. Stop them. Bring them to the place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, He's present, He's sitting with the ones who are making zikr. This is the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says that, Ana jalisum man zakarani. Ana jalisum man zakarani. I'm sitting with the people who are making zikr. Allahu Akbar. What else we want? Ask. Keep your niyat, keep your intentions clean during zikr. Allah is with us. We are praising the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is with us. Bring the people to such gatherings. Save them from those. ومن الله توفيق حرمة الحبيب حرمة الفاتحة. صلى